What's going on, Filmmakers Without Borders? It's your new best friend, Timot Alvarenga. And today I'm here to tell you why I'm the best candidate for your educational fellowship in Bhutan. Let's get it. By the time you guys receive and review this video, my portfolio, my lesson plan, and everything else that goes with my application, I will have already completed 3 years with Peace Corps Zambia. I'm immensely proud of my work as a Peace Corps volunteer. I spent the first 2 years of my service living and teaching in a small rural fishing village known as Chinsanka in the Samfya district, Luapula province, Zambia. Okay, level to the file we send out on the snaps and on the videos. Okay. I resided in a little mud hut with a thatch roof, no running water, no electricity, in very similar circumstances to my students. And having that experience of being integrated into the community and learning a local language and really getting to know where my students come from, it fundamentally changed the way that I approach teaching. And it changed me as an educator. I had to adapt, I had to learn so that I could better help them tell their stories and understand where they come from. I think a lot of Peace Corps volunteers come to recognize that. They recognize that their service becomes kind of a symbiotic relationship. And, you know, despite whatever ideas they had about moving across the world and saving people and saving the world and doing great humanitarian acts, they're always taken aback and they're always a little bit surprised by how much they learn and how much the community is there for them and how much they gain from the experience personally. And to me, it just demonstrates that it's equal parts challenging and rewarding. What you put into it, how much you invest into the community and your role in the community, your role with your students, that's what you're gonna get out of it. You know, it's gonna be that much more meaningful to you and to them. So I like to think that I bring a lot of teaching experience, some from home, some from abroad, but I also like to think that I'm experienced in teaching underserved youth. It's something that I'm comfortable with. It's something that I feel like I can execute very well. And I think my comfort with it comes from my ability to integrate into the community, to attempt to learn the culture, the local language, the customs. And I can guarantee you that if I get Bhutan, I'll do the same thing. I will be learning the local language. I'll be learning all about the customs and the culture. And I'm already doing that, you know, already boning up on books, boning up on research, getting to learn as much about the country as I can and the people. And I think that's hugely important because if you want to help students tell stories, you want to help underserved youth tell those types of stories, you need to understand where they're coming from, you need to understand that culture, and that is something I can definitely help bring. Another reason why I think I'm the man for the job is the type of filmmaking experience that I possess, and also my current role as the only multimedia and communications volunteer for Peace Corps Zambia. I pretty much have the dream job. I get to travel all across Zambia, I get to hang out with other volunteers, I get to help them document their projects, I help them share their stories and their experience via video, and it's just an incredible experience. And it's helped me redirect and redefine where I want to go in life in terms of an occupation and how I want to serve better, how I want to serve other people better. And I think video is going to play a big role in that. This position has been forcing me to expand my horizons, and I've been learning a lot more. I'm working on cinemagraphs, big fan of the cinemagraph, the 2D parallax effect, photo motion. I'm just constantly pushing myself in Adobe Premiere Pro and Photoshop to learn more. So another element of my filmmaking experience, which I think will be incredibly valuable in Bhutan, and it's something I think a lot of filmmakers overlook sometimes, is my ability to adapt and use the most basic of equipment. The Peace Corps provided me with this Nikon D3300. It's a pretty good camera, one battery, and one 16GB flash card. So it's caused me to really think about what I want to shoot in advance. When I go to the village and I want to take good B-roll, or if I'm going to document a volunteer project, I really have to think about my shots in advance, because chances are in a rural area, I'm not going to be able to recharge my battery, and once it's gone, the day is done, the shoot is over. I think having to adapt and being entirely self-taught with all of this will be hugely beneficial to my students. I will know what it's like to go through that process. I will know what it's like to work with the most basic of equipment and how to produce something beautiful even out of something very basic.